Kumasi. Nyami Srau. Wama Ghana yede. Me wish you Merry Christmas. You be chamweni ya. Nazuwana mi pe. Mesa vote biom this year. Say vote wa. If you say we are president, papa. Who do woman? Or woudini?
God have mercy upon us.
Bibiara kwaba shonko enfambra Kumasi online TV Atigya jumedie da sabrede na ya sewa majimedwa mede ebe sommo afishia pastronko nso ena sabrede medi free hanum say enema ya shafo ene yetiefo nyina Mejie de se Nyankopon wadom sabrede obi biara eho ye na ya sewa majimedwa ide na chasa Atigya jumedie amede ebe som ne de me ba be kaja ede egum wona wasafata se metoto ma adwen ma omo ne de me ba be bobo ma adwen ede amomo na wonso wasafata se me krokro wo mo nso de me hu wo mobo na makrokro mo mesre wunya subscribe to the channel subscribe ema me wumia we mia notification bell no said ya be ya video biara ye de betum bia no nso benya bi na wahwe na meka ja ede egum ne de sabrede we kopie mu wo NPP fo akachi a na chese regions ni ni ade mu aye de ye papa ya Ashanti region and now be betina afidie mu hanum say ede Ralph Agyapong ne ho sansem ebe som ene seni asenso boache asa that time no we fenti bed ye wo honom na no pensu de nsem amede ebe som nyina so efri Ashanti region hanum say ewo NPP akache na ye kopie mu no ade ba ko ewo ho ene say eye ne dada ene omu bietu mu so mu amanije ho am pese moto amadwuma so mu amunso de fiansa na mo pese mo befa parliamentary candidate am pese mo befa forms na no so ye biatumu na mututu me kambra na monkofa mo forms na ye ka asem ni de odi kan a okofa ne forms eye napo na napo nso kra de ne enim sanka o be pre running mate na ba ne sen na napo sabre de wetuturu me ka de akofa forms ende ba mi aba abonte no be kasa na wambo ni dia na agese running mate embo no a once also grant na hono na the parliamentary seat so eno so nsambo no nti ende na poetu chumika akọ fa the forms saso ena lawyer John Kuma ono so eka wona odin eba abonten se likely se Bawumia eba fa ne se no running mate no ani ono so etu chumika akọ fa ne forms na nipa ba ko asat na onya akọfa ne forms osei yaw educhom ena se ne ye na ye nim sa abato no so baso on the 27th of January 2024 no was say omutumi submit your forms as a deadline ye 25th intend say 25th no edru na se won kofa forms won so a won submit ye ena na che se bibia akọ awie ya enya dia betimi aba be file forms na when they generating sem say se ne na po enim senko ka running mate ho a ye hwe senka Bawumia be fa no na Bawumia nyanka saye no a odi America akọfa ne form na lawyer John Kuma so di America akọfa ne forms na osei ya wedu twumenko ade onkofa ne forms no adan Bawumia hye ne bo se enche oba be fa no se ne running mate nti na papa we enkofa ne forms still na mede mu free sansem ni sumu no honorable Agyapong enam de ya anumfo yi delegate na yi parliamentary candidate fo yi bi subaboni ajase wodan ne de bra na one Bawumia wo ko run wo mu ko contest na omu mienu ne presanka wo mo be ba begina e de ama NPP aban ne se be on the 7th of December ka Ghana fo nyina etumi aboa na ko mato aba no e de ama honorable Agyapong na de breaking the 8 no wo metumi e break ya chese ya anumfo e be ye counter crossing be sabotage no ebe keka ne ho nsem bebre chese nsem a ya nsem fatakra de fa ne ho no ye be kai honorable Agyapong ka se ono obegina ekosi se ya anumfo e wo mu be release o mu seat na nden nsem aba abonten se wona wo ho pri wo mu se wo mbekọ akọfọ wo forms no anko wo mu ntu wo madwi mu esanse honorable Agyapong de osi ade yo nana de waka bia no obeye where whoever will be to say yi ma mi yoko gina o central region that say okokika kan sem bebre ensem fata e de for honorable Agyapong yenim say yede ya okose sika kan ko fa ne forms a honorable Agyapong pene ma ye nto aba na mfa ma ne de san zo kopie mo central region dia na chese honorable kidi Japan no ane di so eno ne MPs mpenifuo bi mfa ne sa so bo ache ya sa abere kura no kidi Japan ni aba ma trinity a chese one na eku gidi be nura me betena ha be ka se papa ekura fenti be ye de agi akwantuo de se ye de na ekọ de na eba ne se ye de na ekọ ani ntini se wa wo hye na se de ugu honorable kidi Japan ni ma se ni bia sika wo mo gini nye sika ketwa ende efutuo kese de be ma se ha ho ne nkotua sa sika ni na sa ukotua sa sika na enya de a wo benya ne na so ye nim se osei cheme sabonsu ale kaso onu de anya de obesa premium nanti ya yensa kane se o prese obeba be ye speaker of parliament mbom enu ti no so onu de MP ekunwa ne de onfa nye bibia asisi anopede ni dibremu oso na ni dibremu odrende okasa na jese obi ade ni nsegu na echi otumi ama order e minority for wasa ama order e majority mo maka me ho na yenkoni yenkoti asem mu nchechi mu emra sisia
now manager way and for na pick forms because in all that my room fi say you were the Canadian Japan and so threat so be tun kofo na ye hwe hawa na djuma no so enti na performance ni enti anopa ye guso a na ade ba ko amenya mre na mama wate ase ene say Asante region aye de but aduchuma cover no forms ana Evans, I do my fan forms.
Maintain.
I do my fan forms.
Maintain what some say fan forms.
Okay.
Smart gang up.
And what are the other names? Not Eba as a possible running mate.
Well, running mates in 70 days. Currently, in the
87.
Yes, John Kuman's offer forms, sir. John Kuma.
Yatisa Wafa.
John Kuman's offer forms. Because among the three, major names, John Kuma, Educhuma, and Napo. I mean, they are the top raider.
Yes.
And Joe Wise should have so Kobium.
Joe Wise in Kobium.
And possibly, I don't know.
Smart gang.
Performs or unperforms.
Unperforms.
That is not an interest because Kobium.
Yeah.
And what the future will hold for what is the name? Joe Wise, it's another story to look at because with him. Number 4 submitted said the MPP are looking at a possible Speaker of Parliament between Joe Wise and Osechimen Sambusu.
Yeah.
Joe Wise and Kobium. Chairman Sambusu and Kobium. So, why Joe Wise? Because Joe Wise, so having been a deputy speaker before, becoming a speaker, Chairman Sambusu, with all the experience over the years, can easily become a speaker of Parliament. And of course, and now I say he is not encore ABM and Joe Wise and so and Kobium. So you realize that the competition between them are the speaker and so now manager way and for na pick forms. You got in all that my room fi say you were the Canadian Japan and so threat so be tun kofo
na kobi na me me ya adwuma bi wo your friend say
Bosom train.
Yes. Doctor on far forms.
Dr. Duchum Nyam forms.
On far forms.
Are they?
On fire.
Oh.
On fire. Now, 87 for now.
Say up to Monday.
Up to Monday. It's not penny done temo. Because by Monday also to be submitted.
And it's a lawyer, a doctor.
Doctor Duchum and far forms today. And say adenom.
Asat Ochna.
One far
forms, sir.
Yes.
Then obviously he will become the running mate of the MP.
Yes. On far forms as I'm talking to you now.
So the motivation to on far form no.
Say we are not kumubia koso. That is yeah and yes be kasa. By virtue of the MPP's constitution and to me the national council of party
87.9 be a willing so on one be on Kobium
a chairman young man for ntia say offer the MPP constitution and explicit send ya mo kam brofo no say oye running mate any kwan say oye running mate by virtue of party no hyehyeye no untimi nya MP and san kwa running mate so oye MP you running mate also they
you vacate that position
na jetie nie Samre omo pick omo forms.
Yeah.
Now my file no man nominate. Na se nyame ye omaduma omatimi anya ebia.
Akuma FM 87.9
Kumasi parliamentary candidate.
Yeah.
Until say electoral commission ebe be nomination.
Yeah.
No atum. Party no ewa akonya so metimi ayi bibia ombese omu yebia.
Yeah.
It is a bia ene ya napo afei. Na mefa napo de example. Ene ya napo afei. Se koba se February.
Yeah.
Se party no enje share se napo emeye the running mate
of
to Dr.
Bawumia.
And say nema bibre. Just a matter of
party no
napo.
Extraordinary.
Yes. No in the power. No in the power for. So they are saying that because every do on say January 27.
Akuma FM 87.9 Kumasi.
From Samreya Ekosi January 27th. No?
Yeah.
I think you ever saw something. No?
Yeah.
Dr. Aduchum obi anim say our firm ground bosomtwe kwa obetimi awini. Say Aduchum amfa forms no from Samreya Ekosi Monday dia. Eye obvious.
Say he
somebody running mate na man even though say February enwie or meka obi a meka hwe but obvious somebody running
no
mate
so one conso he only any other chance be
no any other chance
say obekwa akọfa form
no obekwa akọfa forms view
and that is
obvious 25 ni twamwa obi anu wa akonya view
Akuma FM 87.9
for now Aduchum nyamfa form and on far form or one ochina
any Monday Saturday Sunday nyombe yeduma ombe wo ho omebie from
so
the tia ama ase aye bibia wo ho ne say nipa bebre na fa for forms and
yeah
so they say
because
20
because submission must be yes. On the
on 25th
on 25th
up to 25th
okay
25th you brunya da 24th you brunya dua
no just on Monday and a deadline for submission
yes
okay and Thursday or Friday Saturday Sunday is obviously nyade obi abekọ adwuma
obi ankọ adwuma even though say office ne be wo ho
okay
so they say
Napo is now all reposition composing himself very well.
Akuma FM 87.9
minute.
Mienu 2008. Esempi mienu ni what?
Akuma FM 87.9.
Esempi mienu ni aduru. Ana we ba ha besrebe hyiafo se. Munkoso nya rehye wo. Kakra maye no mesre wo. Munhu de maye na munhu de menye. Na de menye no kra munkoso ntumefo na muntabechi se hefo ni ko ha na ha de unya nsiesie ha. Na munya bombo bidom na yenye de o se ye ma hia fa. Ya abanyo sem na ye. Na wie de ba ha. That's why the chairman, constituency chairman, elders, patrons. Party di shishayaba. So obi opeso ogire bia no. Biem efri ne. Ti na wi ba ya party nomination forms on the buy. But team
Akuma FM 87.9 Kumasi.
Omo awute de chance of course radio so omo ka se mema ka tru mu se me me Friday obobua the gala fo nyina ni ada ho ba se ben sia chairman we are save the party at normal amount.
Okay, so Naponie and Napo was very very clear. One for beer cans on fire and wafari. But it's very interesting. Say okay ni check no you know na all the two on him say but Napo is now all reposition composing himself very well.
Akuma FM 80
the people must start fafa forms and names are Ababonten as a possible running mate apart from the majority leader and minister for parliamentary affairs Osechemen Sabonsu. The rest are all members of parliament.
87.9 Kumasi.
And Napo kofa form. Mama mi video of Napo and interviewer Ibrahim Abubakar and yeah. In fact, Obisa emphatically say senior. Nasa wo be running mate. I don't know about the forms wo munya na bibia onya minsem. And is it a case say onye ndi say the be manu ana? Is it a case say he's just playing safe? And is it a case say why antentem sa okwakofa but we have double edinachi I mean na ponkwan will be a MP in Asante region consistently over the years obi anyone to contest him e won impetua so the man is the gem And indeed, Osha Niama Odwa Ekoso and all that. One question will be a bisa. And we are in Ramsha Santa region almost on a decay or decay far form. Why Napu and why first form? She domo dinechi and on and persuaso and everywhere. And pay. You better to interrogate all these discussions. Okay.
Chairman, who could Pimo Bantama?
Okay.
What were done for?
Yes.
Lawyer Kwame Agyapong wafa forms.
Then
chairman, a honey dear say showdown can see a pan a honey war. Showdown can see a panel.
Yes.
A hot and a war.
Yeah.
Yes. Unse a few we say contest no. A bear more than hitter.
Yeah.
Because the TNA party ni chances of retaining power no slim.
Yeah.
Because of a number of factors. One, internal wranglings. And say 8-year cycle no so no or more ayo. Even though Matefiaka say 2024 elections no history in the making. Which political party win Biano or making
Akuma FM 87.9
guided by the fact say 392 basis amre no. Enya de say obia so etimi akọ more than 8 years. Obi say one co parliament na say we a politician na woni adwuma ya. Kofi ti say tiso tukwan. Ghana tiso tukwan. Obe papa. Enti obi ade ne last aguso. Say enyenye kura no so betimi aye den enye adwuma ya. Isan say uko parliament you are sure say the next 4 years no o aban mu. So that's here. Na go video no say one more number there.
87.9 Kumasi.
Especially youth no more many anje pa there obi lose seat. So that's it. This is beer. One kasa no. Eba no say executives o mu wo ho delegate no. We call supporters o mu constituency ni because constituency I mean the constituency in general but delegate no. Say constituency delegate no. O mu do so ache say oda na so sorry a unim say anya de say emu ba kokra no e be free wonsa na be free o camp e ba sa dia then you are assured but sa wonya sure dia kuvi
Akuma FM 87.9 Kumasi
kana kano fa bobra because kuvi ok of pick forms a obetua 3000 we MP a utua 35000 adia untua a development fee. Now, I feel na okope MP no a ti say currency uso amakwamo de anu bisa no. Utua 3000 ni wi a obetua 35000. So currency en hit 40 obetua 17500. But so hit 40
that the age.
Yes, we hit over 40 years obetua 35000. We obeka ko development fee of 40000.
Akuma FM 87.9 Kumasi.
Oka 35
that is
75000.
The onye MP or ba obekwa kutre development fee of 40,000.
Yes.
In on average of about 100,000 there.
We fan 80,000 because we can in Abumaka 78,000.
Okay, that about 80,000.
Yes.
To win your MP, obeboka about 80,000.
That's all what the more than 40 years are. Obeboka about 80,000. Kofi 80,000. Now when you're sure, I say delegate dear Mayu. So that's here. Afena uko delegates no ide na watwiama wo mo eti wunwie no
Akuma FM 87.9 Kumasi
wo kakra no so wo kakra no kofi wo kakra no together with delegate abetwiama mo so say yaka say if you have say yaka ni fia so be so win elections unkura currently we MP you to grab 20 million Ghana cedis. Good. It is 20 million Ghana cedis now plus 80,000 28 million Ghana cedis.
Oh, but at least 10 million Ghana cedis over
na kofi got 10 million Ghana cedis kura na kofi 18 million Ghana cedis kofi na de na on fan tukwan enko bobra omra wo ya we se wuntimi wini city no
Akuma FM
87.9 na mo be wie na bi mo aye yi no oh he city bi wo ho kofi menko ho da bia yitu omofo omuntie wo be wie na da ko chefia beifo city bi wo ho a men ha wo ho enko ho just a woo sika na ama ne broso
oh ba mention of your open contest
mention of your edema. So they say sit bi wo ho a kofi menko ho ba Kofi me kan obeka se bia eja me no but take side Kofi atwema kwa oma kopedi atwema kwa oma obebo ka egu wo kopeden wo ye fe ne se kwachen oboase west obebo ka egu kopeden wo
87.9 Kumasi
friends CTV kura wa hifa ejoso
oh yeah ejoso John Kuma
so dia se hu ye obo ontimi nkotu sa lawyer no wo asante achim south no ontimi
on last year ka krem nkotu no
oh
last year ka krem
nkotu no
last year and you see oboa position hu ye Ghana Post he's done one of the best impact
Kofi current uniform obo na obo form 2020 current uniform obo case no enye too different from Alidu
Akuma FM 87.9
the only difference was that Alidu became an MC and on awanya na dwuma yi and nanim gu ase 2020 so that's here but o hwe nyeme bia ono akasa personal we say no na nche danye so eti sitting bi o ha Kofi men ha wo ho so that's it men ha wo ho unni ebia na wa na opese bia ukọ try ukọ ba Kofi o hwe sika pa ekumu a Kofi enu apa Kofi osika o Kofi enu am just sika no ye kan sika na just say
o ma be di o ma chi nyina ka o be tua ma o
Kofi o mo mani kra o o mo mani aba chairman
mas ka dia manfo apediegu
Kofi so be kwa run about o hu White House business you no me ka ho asema kire Kofi Kofi chairman Chairman adwuma unyai ujaya Ghana for ho be kire o mo obi go voice ka o go viska o et you see so unye rest assured say
yeah
wo sika wo botomu a men ha wo
Akuma FM
me say ejoso men ha ho kwa ejoso untimi
ora ejoso there for now obi no be
men ha ho kwa atwema kwa ma untimi ko tuko fi ama kwa menu men ha ho nko ye fa ne say we
na poho say you can
na pokora so bi am say ko ba say du twum beko bosomtwe a men ha ho untimi ntu no so ya say du twum unim say omo a no mu ni adu twum achi na ito obdi na chi
on ba be na chi
sika obush na o company it ka bush e dia dutumati minister ashanti wa wo fa ashanti region minister e dia dutumati wo company gidigidi so my running meet so they say you see so what me play o pass
Akuma FM 87.9 Kumasi
baby Kofi sit in ehu omo betimi elusu Bantama constituency Kwada so constituency Asante Achim Central enyimedu ho because in cancer no Kofi cancer no force to din cancer na chi no ye wiema tumfo nyina ka ho so they say literally so they say because president cry campaign man no so they say oka president nkora no ho so they say ono e na bosome frɛ ho da ko ho so they say Kete Hammond akwa ne betimi abɔ ne ho mɔde ne mom ne hu hu ɔde ba ne say sticker aye bi da as master boss no otimi ko to kan constituency etibi a ono so hwe anu mu se eye nipa mekan se kwabena samwan nkansa ebi nipa ono so he will be motivated by the fact say the former boss aye bi da enti ono so betimi aye bi wo your friend say Kete Hammond Kwabena Tahir Hammond constituency so that's here former constituency crowd they say MPP omo the constitution aton chen this year the hona che your friend say esiama okọ kase oni esiama ko contest ya Kofi in want miss west ukutwe school fees so that's here atwema ponua constituency men how
Akuma FM 87.9 Kumasi
men how
okay
but idea is shiki Amanse Central if you shiki
I say
Amanse Central shiki who shiki
ebusia ensamino ene yakwa akotie abana ne ntino hwa wono o makwa akopeki o mo forms ne dia na chese running mate no mo ntena se no mo mane mbo mo ane se ndie parliamentary na bia menya fast na running mate mbe katakata meni ni ade na membetena ho na mekopere running mate ebe wi echire kwa na Bawumia ba be family na ya se wa meti he no sei o sei ya wedutwum na neni ma ya nyanchom na ponso na agbo no ane ntire ye so akwa pick your forms na and they would ye na powers ya na se Bawumia ba fam se running mate ani na ejine Awurade Nyankopon ho na mo nso anamo anu dem na pokra kase no contest biom no nokra bia ni sansem ne mu enu ntinu wetutu meka akọ fa the forms ma me fa mo wura mu e wa me next story na da kwa ekufu ade de nsem bia ba abonti a me na ya so metena hei me dwen ho kra me nti ase na da kwa ekufu ade se ono ne government ne de oba no homo de say dia e friend corruption de obetu asiye pa na we de mo ma me mfa mu nko echire somewhere 2019-2020 ebra COVID-19 no epejani mu no se yen na ebeka ya anas areme ya anas ebe ye investigation bia na echese adokitafo a wo man mu achese PPE se yen niama gloves ne nose mask ne wo montade bia na wo hye ene sa face mask ye ba ye bi yede mama wo mu ebi aso adokitafo ne anas impenifo bi eton Sanyema no edema amanfo instead of say Sanyema no edeba no was made to protect them no na brad anas this Sany review ni aba but ni e show anima say and campaign for be release press statement bi anas and e bia ye be pam mo kwa no mo certificate kra wo mo mutumi di adwuma wo man Ghana mo de betumi age free wo mo nsem be sin the suspension ena sabre ne yete se yede ama o ba fiti ho besinde yente hu so obia ka ho bibia na da ko ekufu ado so o corruption yete hanom na ante madam ekosesa sika titiri didi kogu ni dem besinde yente hu bia ye wo krom ha ya na broni bi so fi ni krom ha baaye ebe ka asase so buache eye one district one factory oye na agin so when there or contractors ni ade eje so good plans e betumi aboa one district one factory ye kopie mu aseso buachi enim ache so onfa ne nkona na adoda nko egufu ado enim keke no sika na aseso buachi na o demand ne so kura ye sika sem ketwa na ya asa wa miame mu betena hanim de sansem we nyina ebesom inti corruption na adoda nko egufu ado so yokono corruption ne mu de yewahi last week so me betena be ha ka say as at 2018 Nasika NPP abai ni edi ye 77.7 billion size kano oma Rome ready budget aye ni bebi esika ne fae corruption na da kwa kufu ado so ono de onfo aso no me pa chow emu de wan na nsama mbebo so yi chese na da kwa kufu ado nje corruption ntum mu de me be kai mu yenko na yenko hye eya nas ni investigations a oye that time ebesi sabre ya yenyante hu hwe mu yenko tiembra.
My name is Anas Arimiyao Anas. I'm an investigative reporter from Ghana. Because I go undercover and expose dangerous people, I never reveal my true identity or show my face on camera. I made this film at a time of national crisis.
Fellow Ghanaians, it is vital that we protect the lives of our frontline health workers who are risking their lives every day to battle this virus.
As the coronavirus swept through Ghana, our health workers were the first line of defense. But while most Ghanaians pulled together to save lives, some put their colleagues at risk to turn a quick profit.
810. Okay.
Africa Eye goes undercover.
7, 8, 9.
To investigate the hospital staff willing to sell out their colleagues.
Was a great physician and very dedicated, and so his loss is very, very for the hospital, for Kumasi, and for Ghana as a whole.
The body of the first doctor to contract and die from COVID-19 in Ghana is laid to rest. Dr. Harry Boateng was the medical director of a hospital in the Ashanti region. "96 doctors and nurses working in hospitals in this region have also tested positive for the virus."
In the case of our boss, we didn't have any sign that he had COVID. Then, early Saturday morning, we received the news that he has passed away.
No one knows who will be next to lose their life.
We are all shocked. And nobody is immune.
In all my life.
To find out what happened, I am talking to Dr. Randolph Ba-Edu, a close colleague of the late Dr. Boateng at the Kwadaso SDA Hospital in Kumasi.
I am the leader of the COVID emergency response team of our hospital.
Dr. Edu's team treats the most seriously sick coronavirus patients. That makes them the most at-risk staff exposed to high doses of the virus on a daily basis.
We are all equally at risk, and you need to protect yourself as much as possible. So we need personal protective equipment, protective clothing, surgical face mask, face shield, helmets, the coveralls. But we don't always have them, and that is where the problem is.
The outbreak in the Ashanti region is the latest in an ongoing national crisis.
For the doctors, we are still counting, and I can tell you that we have more than 100 doctors currently infected with the COVID-19, and already we have mortalities.
Dr. Frank Srebo is Vice President of the Ghana Medical Association.
It's important that we have PPEs to be able to protect ourselves. Without it, we are almost going to battle without any protection.
Ghana's battle against COVID-19 began in March. The first outbreak was in the capital city, Accra, and the government was quick to react.
I took the step to close all our borders, and I ordered a mandatory quarantine and testing. If we act now, purposefully, we have a chance of preventing an escalation of our numbers.
The Greater Accra Regional Hospital was ground zero in our nation's fight to keep the virus under control. A testing center from where patients were referred to isolation wards and critical care units across the capital. The government instructed the hospital to obtain PPE by any means necessary, and wealthy donors provided thousands of items.
We are presenting 100 gowns, 100 masks
to help keep its staff safe.
You are the frontline defense of the population against the disease, and we must all support you to be able to protect us.
But I received multiple reports that some of the hospital staff had formed a clandestine network to cash in on the crisis by diverting PPE and selling it off. So I decided to investigate. A source who works inside the hospital has pointed me to a man working in its pharmacy, Thomas Osei. My source says Thomas is selling PPE to private clients. I instruct an undercover reporter to call him and ask to buy 2 medical-grade overalls, an item in short supply. Thomas agrees and says he can even come to the hospital to pick them up. My undercover reporter asks him to add another set of overalls to the deal. Thomas charges 600 Ghana cedis or $105 for the 3 protective suits designed to protect intensive care unit staff from infection. In the middle of a national crisis, Thomas is prepared to sell life-saving PPE to line his own pockets. But just how much of this vital safety equipment can Thomas get access to? Before leaving, my reporter asks to buy even more protective overalls. Thomas finds 2 more suits for us to buy.
Why did they come out?
It's another 400 cedis or $70. My reporter turns the conversation to the frontline medical staff at Thomas's hospital.
It's not easy. Your people are there, your family. You leave them, you come and risk your life on these people. Yes, because they're risking their lives.
Thomas knows the risks they are taking, but seems not to care. He is selling off PPE that could be the difference between life and death for one of his colleagues. For less than $200, he has just sold them out. While Thomas sold off vital PPE in Accra, frontline workers elsewhere were suffering major shortages.
Okay, so now let's get to the main ward, and then at least you can see 1 or 2 patients.
Ghana Medical Association Vice President Dr. Srebo manages this hospital on the outskirts of Kumasi.
Basically, we just started the hemotransfusion.
It's in the center of the latest outbreak.
Going into this battle, we know that definitely health workers were going to be affected. But of course, the major challenge is that at least every single health worker at this moment requires some minimum PPEs. So there should be some goggles for you, there should be some glass for you, there should be some masks for you, and an apron for you to be able to do your work. Until that is done, you put yourself squarely at risk.
The government claims it has donated PPE to the Ashanti region, but local doctors say not nearly enough has arrived.
We are informed that so much PPE have been procured by the government, and yet when you come to the ground, you don't see them. I've spoken to doctors who even go to the extent of buying their own PPEs. When I've used my own personal money to ensure that at least we are able to move without running into problems. And I'm sure if nothing is done, I'll have to continue doing that. We are getting some, but it's not enough.
Dr. Srebo can't believe that his fellow health workers would try to make money from this vital resource at a time of national crisis.
If I hear that another health worker has sold them, I'll be very surprised, and indeed I'll be very angry. Because at the end of the day, what it means is that you put your colleagues at risk, they'll get infected, but remember that once they come into contact with you, you also get infected. And what becomes of the money that you get?
Back in Accra, I receive a message from Thomas. This time, he offers me something physicians are crying out for: transparent face shields, as well as more medical-grade protective overalls. Thomas takes my reporter to a staff canteen inside the hospital to wait.
No problem.
30 minutes later, Thomas returns with 9 sets of overalls.
These are the white cap. This one is like, it's very light. I thought it was going to be heavy like. The other one.
That one is good to the workers, the nurses.
Is it the same type?
Yeah.
Is it the same type or?
The same distance.
Okay.
Thomas seems completely at ease, unconcerned about selling off this life-saving medical equipment in plain sight within the hospital.
This person seen it. It did not create any problem. Your colleague, no?
The critical importance of the items Thomas sold us was made clear to me by Benedicta Osei-Tutu, a nurse working directly with coronavirus patients.
I'm a nurse in the COVID team. COVID-19 is very contagious. So as a nurse taking care of patients, the fact that someone is coughing or someone is sick and you still need to go. So I wear a mask, pray to God, and move.
Deprived of protective equipment, hundreds of nurses and midwives across Ghana have already tested positive for coronavirus.
So PPE is not just face mask. You need your gloves. You need, we have something called a boot cover. You need a face shield. You need a goggle. You need the coverall, which should be disposable. Yes.
Benedicta says medical overalls are what she needs the most.
When the COVID started around March, they brought 15 pieces for the whole municipality. 15. Like the shortest possible time, that 15 got finished. So since then, personally, I've never been in coverall to a suspected case. Some people think I'm immune to the virus, which I'm not. So without the PPE, you are exposed, so you can easily contract the disease.
Face masks can help stop the spread of this respiratory disease. But for frontline medical staff, plastic face shields are essential. They are in short supply. Yet, Thomas tells my investigators that he has 9 medical-grade face shields ready for sale. He even gives my reporter a tutorial.
So you go, let's go this one. Then the another one for there.
Then you face it there.
Face it there. You put on for your head.
Let's try it and see.
Thomas's sideline in PPE does not seem to be a secret. He even seems to pick up another potential sale as he is handing over the goods.
This one. Wow.
Yeah, how many?
9.
9.
Yeah. So let's count this.
6, 7, 8, 9. It should be.
So it should be on. It's
18.
810 cedis for the face shield, plus another 1,800 for 9 sets of overalls. $450 US to remove 9 sets of full PPE from circulation. We wrote to Thomas, offering him an opportunity to respond to the allegations in our film. He admitted he had been running a business selling PPE on the premises of the hospital, but he claimed the items he sold were all purchased by him from private pharmacies in Accra. He even provided receipts for the face shields and overalls, so I contacted the business owners. While accepting that they had sold the items, each claimed that Thomas had come to them after receiving my letter and asked them to produce fresh receipts. The receipt for the face shield was from a pharmacy chain called Unicom. Its CEO, Patient Chaga, agreed to an interview.
Unicom Chemist started selling PPEs as far back as the 23rd of March 2020, when the COVID-19 situation in Ghana became a serious issue.
She says her company were led to believe that the face shields sold to us by Thomas were ordered for the exclusive use of hospital staff.
On the 9th of April, they had a call for a purchase of 9 face shields to be delivered to Rich Hospital, and I do not condone in selling to hospitals for private people to sell to the public.
Face shield. It's unbelievable. Wow.
Dr. Hadi Abdallah is one of Ghana's leading surgeons. He's been treating coronavirus patients since the crisis began.
The one that we are sewing here too. This is ridiculous. Oh, no. This is so bad.
I showed him my video evidence of Thomas's activities.
If you look at the facial in my head of department, tried on it on his own to try and create some for us. And apparently we had some in the country and people were selling it. Like that's wickedness. Every 2 weeks, the president makes a statement, tells the public how much PPEs they have contributed towards the fight of COVID. And we on the ground never saw it, and we kept complaining. I can imagine what the president will be feeling when he sees this. I can imagine. There are people working without these things, putting their life at risk. I mean, we can't run our country like this.
There was so much to buy that I had to even stop buying because the stock, they just would ask how much do you need, and once we go to mention it, it was always available.
This is unbelievable. I'm sure it goes beyond even those that we see on this video. This clearly shows that we don't have a tracking system of our stocks.
I also brought samples of the items for him to inspect.
These are the real coveralls.
The ones that I'm most disappointed in is the sales of coveralls. Because of greed and selfishness, they deny these health workers of this. I mean, what are those people going to say about the health workers that we lost?
But it seems Thomas isn't the only one at the Greater Accra Regional Hospital who is eager to cash in on the pandemic. My source tells me that PPE stocks are running dry at the facility. The hospital has started making its own protective masks on site. And a member of the sewing team, Divine Kumoji, is selling these hospital masks. I decide to put these worrying claims to the test and instruct my reporter to buy 100 face masks. Divine is waiting at the elevator door. He seems relaxed and ready to do business. The bag contains 10 bundles of 10 face masks, 100 masks in total, all made on site and meant exclusively for hospital workers. Yet another case of profiteering at the time of national crisis. Divine appears happy with his 800 cedis or $140 and unconcerned about 100 masks he has just removed from the hospital front line. And he now seems ready to sell us whatever he's asked for. I showed this footage to renowned surgeon Dr. Hadi Abdallah.
Even in my hospital, the tailors of the medical stores were encouraged to sew, you know. But it's unbelievable. I mean, what this is too much greed. This is after depleting the stores of the proper face masks and the PPEs that we needed. This is what was going to protect them and their colleagues. We work in a system where people were told that they had to manage with 2 or 3 masks for a whole week. If they can be so callous and wicked like that, knowing that when health workers don't have this protective gear, they are putting their lives and the life of their families at risk. I think they don't deserve to work there, and I think they should be severely punished by the law.
We put these allegations to the senior management of the Greater Accra Regional Hospital. They responded soon after, stating that following an internal investigation, both men had been suspended from duty for privately selling PPE in breach of hospital rules. My country stands tall in the world for its response to the greatest crisis in a generation. While rich countries in the West buried their citizens in the tens of thousands, our death toll from COVID-19 has remained far lower. But this fight isn't won yet. The virus is still surging through hospitals and communities, both here and abroad.
Same way, nurse, na COVID-19 no epeja ni mu no, ode ba abonten. Na mesre se obeka me ho. Na ya kwani ekotie na adodan kwagufu adode na o kire se ono de corruption na ye fe no corruption de ono na abemu de ade o kira no corruption onjo corruption mfe ntumu kra na so ya no fo we nyina wo mu diska 77.7 billion hunzama ye bekeka ye na besinde ye nyanti bibia afefi na adodan kwagufu ado nti corruption bioma sem na adodan kwagufu na so ono no different meaning to corruption na mama yenko hwe no so mfambra sisia.
Responsible for the detection, prosecution, and the punishment of corruption, i.e. of crime, be accorded respect until their own conduct is impeached. If that respect is not prima facie accorded, the foundations of orderly government can be easily subverted to the loss and pain of each one of us. That is why so far, every single alleged act of corruption leveled against any of my appointees has been investigated by independent bodies such as SRAG, the Criminal Investigation Department of the Police, and in some cases by Parliament itself.
Etiefo, me pese mo hye ahanson emame. Montronto, Ekufuado asemo kan say. Corruption case bia aba under wonu Ekufuado no. Investigations are cost. It was a corruption case, no. No problem.
It is not my job to clear or convict any person accused of wrongdoing or of engaging in acts of wrongdoing, despite the effort of some to tag me as a clearing agent. That is the job of the courts and the law enforcement agencies. My job is to act.
Ahasin so Mr. Munshan nso. Ekufuado so no enye na ejuma. Se obe clear nkrofo from corruption cases. Na eye courts, Ghana courts ejuma. Mr. Munshan nso mame.
Allegations of corruption by referring the issue or issues to the proper investigative agencies for the relevant inquiry and action, including, if necessary, the suspension of the affected official pending the conclusion of investigations. That is exactly what is being done since I assumed the mantle of leadership on 7th January 2017.
Inti basically uti President Ekufuado nensemu awoka obeso trese ono no ne administration no e detest corruption or time corruption. It
is important for for the rule of law, that the public institutions responsible for the detection, prosecution, and the punishment of corruption, i.e. of crime, be accorded respect until their own conduct is impeached. If that respect is not prima facie accorded, the foundations of orderly government can be easily subverted to the loss and pain of each one of us. That is why so far, every single alleged act of corruption leveled against any of my appointees has been investigated by independent bodies such as SRAG, the Criminal Investigation Department of the Police, and in some cases by Parliament itself. It is not my job to clear or convict any person accused of wrongdoing or of engaging in acts of wrongdoing, despite the effort of some to tag me as a clearing agent. That is the job of the courts and the law enforcement agencies. My job is to act on allegations of corruption by referring the issue or issues to the proper investigative agencies for the relevant inquiry and action, including, if necessary, the suspension of the affected official pending the conclusion of investigations. That is exactly what is being done since I assumed the mantle of leadership on 7th January 2017.
Now, this is Mami Yemi Hungi na Menkasa. Now, this is what I want to say. Charlie, sometimes it's not easy. It's evil. Sometimes it's not easy. I'm not going to lie. It's easy. Sometimes you want to be careful what you say, because whatever you do, or your man penny. I don't know whether it is a facade. I don't want to use certain words, but forgive me. I am not insulting the president. It's just a description. I don't know one. It's either one, it is a facade, or two, it is delusion. It is either one, it is a facade, or two, a delusion. Rebecca said, "Ana melodies, profile can say we," as a Jenny saying. Nini Natra say one. Either say, minim, Simon Crawford di bonnet. Minim said the air cosono any. Now so me ye mini. And I measure that I say massa and yes, Anna air coso. And then no brony friend facade. Atiasie. Unim pan say the air cosono a scene, and so I should day you in a old chant troy young who said I be and yes, Anna, you will need say and a brony friend facade. So it's either say, President Akufo-Addo knows that there are a lot of corrupt deals going on around him, a lot of corruption, and don't know the time, the governance, corrupt cases, but still, Obana also might more. Obama Ghana for a say, you can't corruption pan and no pan or corruption. Meanwhile, he's the worst when it comes to fighting against corruption. It is either that, and now two, either say, indeed, President Akufo-Addo believes, say, unknown for the ammonia corrupt, and then a brony friend delusion. And he say, oh, the Insemba, now the Bible to just say, unknown for your corrupt crana, or no need to for your corrupt, and the more kind of OT, and no brony friend delusion. So it is either a facade or two, delusion. But Nini Nemuno, Nini Nanye. Listen, we've even lost count of the corrupt cases and that President Akufo-Addo left unattended to. We've lost count. Then a man, Martin Pebu, someone who once campaigned heavily for the president. And then a man, Martin Pebu, afi wababa on TV. So I can't say. I now believe that the president is even part of the corrupt cases. I now believe that President Akufo-Addo gets a share in some of the corrupt cases. Then the mass had here. Because Martin Pebu could discover a corrupt case.
se sika na 1 million na nipa ko ne de 0 ba ko mienu bi ato echire na nipa ko ne wie sika no abo president Akufo-Addo kokosa won fi ama case no corruption no akoso ewie enne ma Martin Pebudi ebufu ebetena TV so ka sedabi they were ade ne kono clearly no nkrofo ni wia ya bo president amane onfi ya agen say ye twe na adwea aba besi so we hu so we yinani mi nso mi gidi say ade no omo wia sika no omo mane bi ade ne ma sa ade ne si President Akufo-Addo ka train say case bia ababia no it has undergone investigation. Are we kids in this country? That's any day easy. Oh, any day is simple. Ye ni hana kwame A+. Eba be exposé nkrofo a ebe President Akufo-Addo. Se wo mu jiji skia. In fact, ni hakra no obroni bi ba be kan sa asem no. Na nse ya obroni ama mekan. Sa asenso boachi di mirika ba bonte be deny ye no. Na nse obroni bi ama mekan. Say asenso boachi ono obroni ne peso ye one district one factory e wo northern region on ba be hu president no asenso boachi say omuntie sika bribe emo omumfa nkonkoma president omuntie appearance fee ma president ansa na ya mo kwan mo one district one fa obroni na ma meka. What happened? Kwame A+ ambambe exposé enkrofo enjiji sika president Akufo-Addo kokoshia expatriates ewo program asia wa what's ben president no ye ji usika $100,000 ye ni krum ha sa asem no sa time ekokodu CID boss yante recording eba abonti na CID boss nka se wa asem we de ye nya ne se basa bia ne nya na asem nya de enko ye ni hana kwa ye plus amambe leki the phone recorded after investigation. Into investigation yes, police will be so asem ni mo se wo ye investigation na baby investigation be kwa kodu no ni asem. So President Akufo-Addo, I personally feel shouldn't be touting himself to say and the corrupt case bia aba under me Akufo-Addo no corrupt case bia aba under me no and the investigation no we are investigation afa investigation the ombe you na as to whether investigation papa ana ye ni ha. And President Akufo-Addo nankasa mi appointee minister Professor Frimpong Boateng ebe bobo nkrofo e wo Flagstaff House say wo mo ye galamsey. What happened? And then that woman ye wo ho an say Attorney General aba be release fake letter bi na ne Frimpong Boateng emfa prove mbra na say masa me de me my report na me de masa mabaw yenia wasn't it true? Galamsey na nkoso MPP mpenyu for mo nche. What happened? For the president to be speaking this way. Now President Akufo-Addo angasa no. If President Akufo-Addo no kindly nyamye nimni in his heart na ko person dealing with corruption na ko no ano ne communicator Eugene Ahin no. Na by this time President Akufo-Addo will start questioning someone like him. Because answer that President Akufo-Addo be better than the president no. Eugene Ahin no ni baby da. Ono ankasa ne yere nsem wo de kokodan court enyeme ne yere nsem a wo de kokoto court eno no mo ni baby dan ti ono ne yere no ne anti ho eno mo kokodae kakra no mo ni bi and the President Akufo-Addo ba be di president just within the first term 2 years after wo ba be di first term ya Eugene Ahin yere se wo gyan no ne yere be bo ejapade a Eugene Ahin enya obi a no ni hwi no. Just within 2 years, I'll be the president. Now, for cast to me, can be 6. Abronsign, and then Eugene Ahin after President Akufo-Addo 7th year. Eugene Ahin a yes, he near my endekrano or campaign. So, a person than MP. Nagana has a person than MP. Unim sika obetia. Eugene Ahin to me and Sika Mende war come when Sika Mende was standing as MP.
Ebusia ensem ne yakotie dia abantire we na na adodan Akufo-Addo sai na media administration I don't accept corruption ni ade ni jai kakra na mo amunu kra corruption men the same ye ndi ha na mo sign lithium deal no ni nya corruption ni bia Ade nanti LGBTQ law no monje ye. Nya wa defo ya na minya nanti yese wo twentwen wo na se de be ya loan ni ajase mu de munsi mu adwin pise mu beja loan ni de ja no chilenti no. And they all sign sa bill ni sisi ya na se kopie wo ya ma no na okọ no se okoji loan kra nya adwom de nti na wa sha ase se mo twentwen de mu kopie parliament anti witchcraft bill kra one sign ni nya corruption ho I said na me the administration ATP
Nana ya say
bibi abakodi
Yankopon adumo na nso
na me adumo na de dan kweku fa de to de bi o kan sem bi kra o je ho kra o ti ase adokalipo adokalipo
si enya na asem
oh forgetting no obo akra de ya me administration they hate corruption. You corrupt 77.7 billion sister as of 2028. Sikare fa wiem shem
sister.
We buy COVID-19 buy. O wa mejina wa meka nche say e na the 3 months salary o se de be.
O de ayewe.
Yehu echira kwan. Sikari anu for the frama no ne de be support ye nyina no. Sa ye ne pa taba no mu widi baje mi simiti TV hu di na maso ma na si pipi abayo wuji mani papa o ba hwe no mu kra 6 packs ende Bawumia kro kasa ase na na dan kwa na e kasa gunu mu sister den na e kwaso ye entertainment sector
na ya so obekuye yo bronya de na ode mai
bronya de na bronya de na super Atigya we dey ase de me hu me ye hu o mo ba ase me hu hye da ma ba super Atigya de obi a bejene de
okay mati okay na ya se waron my mo bi akwa ba from entertainment extra ewo Atigya so na sensama echagu ewo abefontin tan fidie so ene abobo na edi nyina ede baba besomo say entertainment extra meeting ene wo himale condition lord ATOP eni so so wali ase obeti bisisa from hana ATP baby amenen bia mejo so se mi shawa me 50% na eja da pin show the good minimum as because e pena ede abasada bia next time obeti mi so asa frame me bia me sha me sem na Diana me sha se e dey feel Reverend Adom Chirejia ase ye and say sema na ebo ba wa be for this video so dey na no dey find nye easiness and no dey Reverend Abrono ma be tina so wa be for this video so e kan say me bebre na e fa e papa e say papa e obi a wo free na me ai e na ni so bolo na say yes moja oton wona so dey mo ni so bolo no be kan say bebre na say papa e all cause ko wi ase no ko pie mo cause a court ahye se wo ko dem ye 2 weeks no san make dem mo court be ye wo happen ye wo say ye evangelist akodanya me so ba be for titan videos na and ensem de wo kan ya kasa wa be for titan videos say ye papa adom Chirejia de Nyankopon ni nyame anim ni wo free Nyankopon ai oye okot ye ka okot kese pa o manga na mu aso no mo ene dika na ensem de papa e ka bi fa papa ye papa say nya asore kra abafo anka ye de na ka ye Reverend Adom Chirejia na aso ne ke ko no kase ye kwa akoso Nyankopon wo ho no ene ensem do kan bebre wo no ma pe ene ye pastor esia ma no na da the Church of Christ asore no so ba be fontin fidie so ene ono so be kan bebre na ene ensem de ono so bro bi gu ono pa na ese ka me akoye ze profomi se do maka se o me be so pa ye papa ye de na se o mo so pa ye ho no ma pe ni hu se elders no akwakochi pastor esia ma de na ko police station ye ntina ho no ma mba hika mpasi asem ne mwasem fa nchire ye so panisa na se sia the Reverend Adom Chirejia ba blontin wo se a so ta ponchenya wo de wo baba be kasa wo se mo ka se ye ma odam ni bi o se wo ye nyina ya bodam ni na 10 ye dia te na nchine de obekoso ache makopim se mu beja ne ho asem ka obi bia baba blontin baba ka ensemfo ne mu asem afa wo no ho na asore ma ho de on fa anchew obechew ye kweti ensema Reverend Adom Chirejia kan pharmacy sia
ensem money nipa bone for some
okay
dear emra makwan ko Old Testament emra nsem dunu eni na ya den ewo enti se meyo mamba na Ghana emra mu no utumi sori hu na gina bontire mu
yes
se me kasa anya den nya ne na krapo a phone ni ekura ya chi udadua
kwa imfie enti
dia ekoso no dia dabi eye emratuo ewo man Ghana see na ya Ghana for sort mase yes wo betumi apene se biribi se nkoso wo fie
David
wo betumi apene se biribi se nkoso wo o mantam
David
Genti na ekunu ne ayere ku ayekoko pata genti na nipa mienu ku ayekoko pata efiri se nya no kwa no tino se mra wo man Ghana na wa sorry no wadi atama kasa de ni so wo kan fa ho adi free ni ye wi anu wa cross the Bible abeto so wonim de wo kire
wow abere nyina yeti wo man
ye nyina ti o man
o man so emretia de wo ye
emretia de wo ye no against unua
okay
na wo ye sofo ni ye be wi a wo che kromfo a wo ye ndai
go police station so for be got me boss tro
sorry be kura so be wi a collection ya nche no eno so
emra weti amra
ene sanka babu ntutwa so wonu ye woni amabi amfa anka wo dan dia
what's a contractor
no contractor no yard wonu na ye pese ye didi me keke na so there be me say be menye nipa hunufo wo me man Ghana mu
yes
menye nipa hunufo
okay
say what am I say ne say ho DNT DNT na say wotumi sorry it's a see obi ye wo fa ho di keke
okay
baby SS sanity bomb man
sanity bomb powerful wow
so what the casa na say SS sanity ya dem and na won ya no won say yesunsum sem na ho me se biribi say ni ho na de wo poshada kata wani anase wo ya den wo be kikan de ope wo wie na me sorry I say yesunsum sem wo bra me sunsum bi ni ho
papa me ka say kra no phone no asasi phone na yesunsum
phone na yesunsum
radio bi so no akote radio no so yesunsum physical na wo kan won sem nyina wie wo radio so no phone so dia asam na ba dia say
yesunsum sam wo for one na person ya o person ya me azan keke say what I say where we am sika me ka o se honhom na afa
onso kita onsam
oso awa na wa fa honhom odiska
David
say fasika say brana abefo so won beje say abefo diska na wo di nyansa kwa no waje me sika na de ahya abefo wo di matema na de ahya sunsun David odi be di obi ame adom de ontime fere de me free benti
okay
ya nya sa rofu na nchire me
ko papa so oni ane nim se sunsum ho de ne enko ye video ni wie ne ko post tu
sunsum
so de beto
na se mesumi ko sunsum mu a anki ye be ko ho
yes
ana mesi eni ho ana usu nim se eni ho no ana wa se da se sunsum space be ye me wani so Daddy.
And said, "You see, you
no, now, SSC won't say, Council of Prayer, 1 year, 2 in an end, and yen is so. Soon, court and yen, I am
okay.
It is a one to suja soon,
attended you
our one phone on those who are. Yes, you begin soon, court no so called
powerful.
Abusiafo enti no Reverend Adumchiri Dua ene yakwa akohwe eye ne nsema ono atena eye ne TV station eye second chance ene odi ato wonom ede amai na so wonom a osiso obepie mo na asori wonom dia ene o get to youth wonom e wan Roberts omo nyina so de yakopon abo masachira mafa Yesu say omo kra de genkwa ai na osisa ankrofo yi nyina no senke ba ne senke omo ba be for tete video so ba be ke bidia and come over no Kenya and Kobe Breon because get to any Roberts and Mukabo may easy or no equity and some my papa a can ye if I'm last this year.
Unim Sumasampa.
What are you?
Philadelphia movement mono. Gangarias talks get to form. One na sakara.
Okay.
And one be Philadelphia ma. arm robbers.
Yes.
A tuturafo. And when you are by Philadelphia, then Emma. Ain't no a bia. Met Mac and plain say, see, I can't damn boy, ye know about damn fool.
Wow. Wow.
If you say me and Casano, yes. Odofo, to me. Minia, enti sanet ye. Enti no na ehia. Okay. Enunti se metwa metumi hu Council of Royals no. Se ntida.
Baye.
And now but for pani share me say me yes adie no. Anka enye. Anka enye. Anka so nya won so anka chechidi na be fa hia ba.
Enti me ma. Yes. Tinko bia de mra be hye ne.
Exactly. Emma be se bi kura sa de ya keken krofoni amatu me hu ana me yam.
Yeah.
So enti no me adomo de me danya me ase say January abedu December she
yeah
ajobreo see you can attack kasa sabe ye ka kire onua nipa adwene ayadwene ma onua nipa eyawo di a eyawo a wonu se bribia no ansa na attack beba na ose
yeah
wakoka no sabe wakoye no nti ono so se oye oni bi wakobo no nti obo bi na me die woya mekwa wosese me yawo tumi ya me maame ya me papa me so manyine sene ebin si da sa wagno ana bribiam ne ya ne yawo tipen
okay
so wagno yawo class wo so awo ye nipa wo ya ni owo soro sene owo nyina so sene owo dom sene wahunu enso so na eba se mishia sania menyina na meda nyankopon ase de na mesura chire pa de nyame adom ensi
wow
se Philadelphia mabia won wa ye ready say ene na yinwuma me ayebewu said anka won pair say won keka won ho no amaso esani anamontu titiro pa Council of Royals
wow
anyone wanamontu na enunti basabase bi anya dan amese di anka anuna me danya me ase wo ho to me fa akwenje so aka kire Council of Royals say bravo won you correct
I saw my yet
yeah ana my we ase no adu di adro no ye nyina nyine ye beto kasa occultism na sabre no na ye kan lodge secret society and a secret court
okay
and so na ye kan lodge for na ban lodge for na kon lodge for dynasty ono obi ahunu moda eje won a wonko mu ono enko ana sa okoto kasa no yen sheda hunu nyuma ne wanwaso de ye nemu fa akomfo brem obisa wa ben eno an yenim okoto bia wagidini aya nwanwanyuma jensenkyerene a enu nti no ye betumi kura bo bi dimpote akyere na wo ye nya obi asomfa ne nsesi ne bonka se meme ye okoto ni etese Ghana be ye ya aya kan so ye nya obi amfa ne nsesi ne bonka se meme ye befo ana me de be ye na adan meka yana wakaso ebefo wie na eti na ni so bisa na ose me tu da ben enti na ma okoto no aye kasa bebre na da wiase nem me ko Nigeria no na me pebia hunu epe ni nyuma mahye enso na me hunu se okoto no akoye esubia eji echinje kase pa wo nyame ho okot eye mentality bia won eji adanse se bribi wo ho kanyame ho won deal with demonic spirits, evil spirits niame ye sumumu express bronsam to maybe a war. And no nanka ya okot. And a Ghana ya Ghana so sono. Mejidi se nyamini pe bia wabasa se so pe. Senteni ba ku mienu bitumi si na penso bia no. No waka be yesam. No bobe yedin. No wo kire biribi a wo ho kanyame ho. Metumi ese su dia se me Steven Adum Chedua edin na masen abo. Me nko ama penso. Na mesi ni pise nyame anim na nachi. Shi ni wo bibie ni wo aye friend ma me wata. Mwetia beye sunsumu wiase sene hafa he metia droso me na mesi shi ni ho. Na magina soso niama atutu nipa no nti ye gidi se bibi ho so no matumi asenya gina masafo ni nyina so ho atoto yen enti na me bisa se okoto pa so eyede adea enti se na no mesoma be ye okoto a na tie mekasa shede nyame de meyo na okoto ye bida adanse ben na okoto atumi di abada senkyere ne ben anwanwanyuma ben de abura adwene ne ntiase so de ewohe me na mesihwi ni ho ena nu achi die bi nsi de nyina medeba enti na nya afi na original okoto na nkasa ba na enti no wanga ehwehwe okoto no enka we nkyere clean okotofo eka beye obi a wo ba yo ya won adwuma wa Ghana happen wo bo beye dini meso me ba ya mesi beye ni ho na meso me ya won menti menim se okotofo na nkasa so won wa ye confuse ana enti anu de yenya ma doubt honhom na afendi pardon mo na media wasoma me se memra ni diem bibia be
okay enti Reverend Adum Chedua ni video no na yakwa akosho o say even cry adi bia tama anase support mo support no ye social media nyina no ene ma men papa nyina omoje omode wo na ya asewa e papa ba be kasa Adum Chedua finally
and insure tra pronche ni oje wo tino to le bia wona wo ye din sa no most times the nipa do na e kan sema ensem fata e de fa wo mo ho by the moment e fan so obi te say fia sure snega say on the onya be kan yo betutu bia ma ne on di nti e be de say amafo beta aka na asem What I say is, so can't cry there and the old mammy, papa, the old veggie. But you share, I don't change, you say, yes, I same way, Kaba Bontia, Quebec, didn't say, Ubetina no cassa, most times in the area, and I saw with them, and you preach here, no, the beer and fan to home, no, I can't. Baby, I feel say, yen jay, on free namin, or your courts, no, ye, all call courtesan word, now, Jinaho. Oko penny sike duro na wunjina ho the nyankopon so friend no na wunjina ho ono se nyankopon afred who made you a judge over somebody's life. You are not perfect, same as nipa ne so enye perfect. It's a kuna mo kono so no nya dom echen we no nche se bra betina bontina se be kan sem hunu fa ne ho ja no na daachi anyakopon me sanye free suru ahememu no saa da ne ye be hunu se nipa we free nyame anase nipa we free nyame. It's good say wakasa.
Oh okay. And I know what can be said nya de enche no ba bi jai na wa be ba social media so I can fit obeba and also people na sorry dem no man a police for any na wo. Oh
yeah, na sorry as you say definitely obenya dom
it's no ya free
when him say sa enche no de ahya ase no fa bi so no ebeboa Emma one hour can some entertain a fan hono, a beba foam cacra goes over through. So say ha and ya ukanya or baba chow. Inti eb the sun yaman on free yamin free yameno. A bemana bafom cacra, but a jagana for Sebi area when is a soft the emoji nimu. Soft the yan from a whom you know, Monday, Yanko pon two from a few. Nedi ababe gunu hinimu na inde wa hometwe we are all human beings it is send ya wo bi ka bibi fa ho a enya wo de no fa hye utiremu se ono nso ye nipa despite him being a pastor no ensuo ono minsuo moja era ni true from the head to the toe inti niam bi ho no a wo ka na enya ne de ne de definitely also to me react and as I the way I was chassis obi be ka no san achi obi be ka no san achi na afi de ya no for na be chassis a mo be it's alleged and then you copy quarter me ka say it's alleged and they alleged they yencho nti and they wa pese otutu bi man na zisi abro for agi say we use it's alleged court o they alleged ko bi anye ohui. But some fata that one they should be told.
Okay, Nana ya say why be da se pa na ya fa eye reverend nsem no emfansi ani enko ye next so ye to ye some me so dia na di pie mo afua asanto ye ne sika ton a wo ba be no manga na mo nyakopon bo a eye Sunday di anim ya e no ba be sha say 24 to 27 na ya hu say support na di bebre na e da ma ye nuamba ya waja woni na hospitals ni minim so bi di kasa ba be she ni mini manager a doctors for night my and fast a year for so the be dan do on ma wan kwa akototo am papa so bia amfa my na videos bi so be na e twabu abe for tintan video so be bia obe program no any setup no mo ye ne kama e dia ma ye nya bai na enim se 12 no dia ampa ye bedwa oh my god name no copy mo TikTok na social media be fire kasa na video bi twabu abe for tintan video so ye nua be can send me fair boni ho na sister are hopai ye ko share video no famra sisia.
Excited to see by your side on that day?
By my side? Family or public?
Anyone.
Of course, my husband.
Aside your husband, aside family. Let's
yeah, that's why I'm
aside family, who would you want to be present that you see this person and say, wow, this person actually came to take a seat by me?
She's no more. Ebony.
Ebony. You would have loved her to be there. Why Ebony?
Her passion for music. Sorry.
Tissue. Can we get a tissue, please? We need a tissue. Thank you. Tissue, please.
Yeah, so her passion for music and her stage crafts. Oh my God. I can't control this.
If we can get tissue. Please come. Yes, please come. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Why? I'm fine. Yeah.
What about Ebony? Would have made you laugh?
She loved music, and I could easily resonate with her. I remember I used to tell my husband during her performance that I can do exactly what she was doing, but it's just unfortunate that I was an entrepreneur, and you know that in those positions you can do certain things.
Yep.
And she just...
It's in a force and 20 I could tell Ebony. Koda sotias na kopon fa ne crown pass na ya mama misa wasem wo hase na ya ase wa mama misa wasenka Ebony da sotias ya aka wo be hu Ghana music industry ni say
oh Ebony mom de Yakopon fa ne crown say Ebony tias anka ya no fo ye ne wo mama ni penya asu na nko beti obi edi na o hwe ne passion for njom kra na demushonko na njum o de ba bonten demushonko kra. In fact, no born homodin ye papa Yakopon enko so amfa ne kra NCA na sanko tiasia anka just oh ka Grammy ke ya jibe bottom cause Ebony the style of singing they different thing altogether.
Yeah, sure.
Ebony's style of singing was different. Yeah. Imagine Ebony and then Black Sheriff. That combo. Oh Jesus Christ. Ghana ya shradi.
Yeah, should be omo edu omo replacing Ebony.
When is she?
And a Fantana.
Fantana a musician.
He said, "Yeah, we are my
Fantana a musician."
So you say, "I'm also the acting about the count and all musicians."
Yeah, can musicians are about Fantana.
My money do you? If I didn't touch it, when you when the shade.
Frankly speaking, when the shade is very good, by the style of singing or by Afro no na Ghanaians bashino so much, but I'm so glad say she didn't lose hope. I'm so glad she has been able to strive through everything. Recently, Obenya accident, cry near news babo, Tessa say bullet there. Onya kwashene na asepe na ado ho ana car accident ebeku. But Ebony any when the shade. Everyone would definitely pick Ebony over when the shade, but trust me. When the share so one homody, and I'm sure sending a lot of actors, actresses, musicians, the likes of Shatawale, Efia Schwarzenegger, influencers, now woman do almost support Eta Efua Santua Echino. I know say Sunday or Beshasi Krum have able to that one they definitely say Gambo say Grambo say they woman anka say you ye din kwasi asem kra letter and njuma kwabro bi ni secret we ya what better them so on farm metro or the aba no side the aba beto about that was very childish of yes this is something which is confidential. Now just say you be a dream when it's home behind I will there to us.
Okay, now I Ebony ni father and so then support about my bay. I put see in summer Ebony papa and so family sia.
How beautiful it is to hear that one Miss Efua Asantua Aduonum is contesting to break Guinness World Record for the longest singing marathon by an individual. This is healthy. She did say that Nana Himai's love for music, her passion for music, has had huge influence on her music career, and so therefore she would have wished Nana Himai was alive to witness what she was going to do. This sounds so real, sounds so good. And as a father of the late songstress, it is my pleasure to wish her well in every move, in everything she does concerning winning this honor for herself and for Ghana. I'm praying and I'm urging all Ghanaians to support this amazing cause. Support this girl in prayer so she succeeds in her desire to bring this honor to Ghana and to herself.
Ebony ni father and then support the ama Efua Santua. Naya Once about pay why are you,
and also ebony dear, the double no, ain't in India, well, Babbo and Tia Benyaba boy, ebony didn't qua dear, support Bia or service the party, Edeman, Mr. Pratt, the Bema, it was an old door, Don the bunny pan, and I am saying ebony sutiasia. She would definitely support, but even though she's not alive, I have to believe she's still watching from afar. Oh yes. I'm paying a bit.
I used to first to Fiji.
And a cookaton is over. Cookaton, there's a coin in the one. Cayenne, I could do because Dennis say, only you and be with you, baby. Nti I say be a medwe ho hwe se mepelo ife bi dia ma no na nko no na kotena ho on the first to fit intende anopa aduane ne ba breakfast na ba no waje awiane wedi enwume no wedi tendo omo che na ebro so obetumi asto obi na ahwache no kra no you see that thing but ye pon show na ye ndwe ho hwe se ye beka yen sasa kafa dia madam is not the first akwa represent ye
okay na say and I say na brema me dey and someone dey show go abia fronting 10 video so entertainment extra what just on me dey na at the best see as the PSC come on na ya say one na yes production Edema Mina for happy birthday so from call and from my Adri Mano Adonya Punchla no wakuma so again and from and I also know more for pie
Walanga Joa.
Oh, that be your classmates.
Hey, classmates for ya. Classmates, where I say Dennis or you be any bestie, and we are said Dennis. We are
okay, where I say, where your classmates.
Classmates, oh, okay.
2014 batch.
Now I worry
on worry. So also now pay the finding the whole mix market carry amount.
Age in years.
25.
Oh, what's that done? Who's that midi?
Me cry 60, 70.
Oh, Mrs. Never say, yeah, man, can we pay the system? Every time I'm saying, no credit, sister 70 or Calobois.
Okay, sir. Alpha Adro, a dear mouth Bernard, the new one of Adro, Yakupon Shaw. Now, if it's a one of Kumasi, I don't know if you be na
and can you feel we are kind of Jimmy Brunadi. Okay, let me show soon. I bear wishing. Matia
says me, you and I'm a cash and so which Brunadi is not the best and do I.
Send the lady a moon, as you say, I send the
Matia said, I said, and I am a giant man, and I say, what me ding and what him a link or Michelle Norieti OP any so swallow.
What do you say?
Papa B. Oba so no.
And to pay them shower religion.
Oh, many in your home, I dear mammy, what is it?
Why are they at Panama?
It's
the man son of us only.
Okay, 2014, I ran cookie more SHS.
Okay.
Now, Miss Kumada, Kunyano, no sports prefect, near friend Amatopa.
Oh, okay.
It's no. Oh, yeah, now,
na chese wo wa fa to panesi wa beti
enye se ma fa to panesi ma beti me si mi ka dia sempo no enti no se eye dru ahomache na ya na wo na wo din na me fa she bas ma she chiri enti ye po asam bi se ye kona permiti so bi di frame hana to pa hana ye atopa le kon hana to na sister bi no so ba ne obi na frame se ye frame sa ne ye frame no ko na me a ode be ma me bi o se na wa trewu wa tali ye chi no o pese o kire ye say e dey say de be ka ho no naija sa ko twa wo ne say hana to kwa na ko twa wo mo na de ka
atopa say wa kire mu gita say ATP ni kwa na amanfo ntiase anu hu bisa but say wo ma ye hu baby a hana atopa ni finti but we your banko ade
na Dennis ni yi me ka say mo peso mu but so mo ba me mo masu
ewo mpemu
me mo masu kai
ebusia me say papa we say me jana nsem obeka wo hanum so obi a ye kɔ ne ye kɔdi bronya o be chia nipa da sani ba wo wache ma wo ne bosoma akro e de ne bebutu ho no ma ba be ye ne ho adwuma atope mi kokati osi a na enye so opa de ba wono wo hwe de dimi na wo hwe ne nim na hwe se ne no tie na na jeze yade a ne ji hu yie papa e bi se ama me fam wremu e wo entertain de be ba no ye mbre ma me fam wremu e wo me next story na fitibra ya HOPESON ADORYE NPP for pame ni free party ni mu de back to back and we wine na do kra gene de na wo Bawumia on fast spell kra na nsema Bawumia ebe kafa Ghana card ho aye hu ya ne se cheba wuntumi apesi card be tete gala hye ne boys botoma wonso wakwa fere obi cha nipa do begina wa no na ane e na be Ghana card ne koje kama na yas wa midwa wa hanum se chese e de mensa pim table su nyina ende HOPESON ADORYE se hey ye kaso obi chantro papa na chese Bawumia Bawumia ne ntro e 2-3 u free 2 ara wo ko 3 se u free na do dan kwekufo adwa na wo ko Bawumia na we obi bisa se na do dan kwekufo adwa pa ne Bawumia san krofu mienu wan na chantro metina sidi na me analyze na msi o na do dan kwekufo adwa de no oka no brofo intaya na amafo hyeda hu se ye ntro no otwa ne so Bawumia ne de obeka ne brofo no wasaka wotwi mu na Ghana nso de ye kasa nipa dodo na ti ye twi ntino ya ba weti ase se Bawumia de obi ba JK a na edi ha na mode ama no dodo na so fe ne Bawulaya na chesentro de otwa ye bo san so kopie mu ama no ne asene na Bawumia ka se Ghana card wo de toka ne o mse no kra bie nim ne kra credit card na wo de obefem kra ansa na wetu bi de atono enya asem keto mo yenko na yenkotie eye HOPESON ADORYE emrasesia
Ghana. I visited a couple of car manufacturers in Accra, notably in the solar taxi, and they manufacture cars and they give the cars on credit to people, and the credit only information they need from those people is their Ghana card. You give them the Ghana card, they will give you a car, you work and pay over time.
Forget. America have a way. Go back on credit. Most citizenship card na modeto. Bank card na modeto. Bank card na modeto. Bank no da more credit card anamebwa. No correct. If you go banker, you have debit and credit card. Yeah. You make sure we have credit card. Okay, say I more credit card. I say the Ghana card the contract your credit. How would that be possible? How will it be possible? No. And lip service. Where your very sweet talks. Just to say that to convince people. Wow. How possible would that be? Ghana card. I don't know your bank card. There, bank card. Bank card. Maintain them maybe as you. Maintain them maybe as they. Yeah, very questionable. Look, perception no, and you too much. Yeah. Mame, everyone didn't say you back. Ghana card and I said, no, see me in Trawano. Yeah. Ghana card, no. Say, obviously, Bawumia has a card, credit Ghana card, says credit card and purchase cards using Ghana card. Whether the Ghana card are top cars, whether they are purchasing a year, no better than that. We say, deception. What that here? Deception. 2020. Bawumia kujina simple so. I go say, Omo muki okada ni nyina no. Ye 2020 abani wi a obi ade ni moto be ba no aba bejeka. Okay. Make I ba.
And I yakotin in the abadani tina just a wuti HOPESON ADORYE the Bawumia be kabia ne just central fight I be the Bawumia na ni tuachi no HOPESON ADORYE kra no wo party ni great me ababonti ababe aba to ne toachire ze Bawumia de na da de che so ye hu adwuma yie papa na say was a 2024 election and some you abeka che bia so ye hwe ni yie esan say me kra mtie ya me nkwa amano ni dey me nkwa kada say omo do omo citizen card and ekoto ade ye nyina ye nim say omo wo card and ye wo shopper it said ye wo Ghana kra melcomi omo wo gift card and ye be 200 cedis and ye ekoto ade na chese ya tie free near den sesa de ama oni ade membe kan trobi angudi patrim say Ghana card na ye do koto ni sansem no keka na yi e ma wuntu before no so kopo obi betira wonum say o de Ghana card akoje card aya no ma jom say ye nkura okruma say we sori anopa ye ru ye nim say ye kama mati ase say ye ru ye nim say na next year na ye simu no ye de ba ma mo back to wa wunim na be ba be gina simpie so be ba be twatro ye be refer mo all the time ti yesre mo ye si next year mu a campaign na mo ba ye no mo mbeka no kre ma o ba ma mo Bawumia o ala no mo mbeka no kre ya no for no maka no kre ye kan raise ye nka wo mo ngazi se ye 1 2 3 kanena ke 1 2 MPP ni NDC se ya dia afafranto aba be kan ho ti 1 2 3 ye sre mo ye pedi obebo o man Ghana ma mo mbejira ho mbetwa ye ntro ni ye fa ye gidi enhye mu ne ye mbeto aba ne mamo na mo be disappoint ye nye nka ji se seat nka o mutumi free so na meti seat so obi enya mbeji ye die na just 2024 no mo bana mo be kan sem ye mfa kwema na ya so me fa nche me de be mo mamu yie papa ma me fa mo nkomu ewo Kumasi online media school an nyame aduma January na ye bia tum for all students an intino wa wunya be fa forms ni you are really lacking a lot to me kabra na bra be file form super graphic design, TV and radio presentation, TV and radio production, video and audio editing, newscasting, camera handling, journalism, drone shots, DJing, MCR any de keka hu ina de na chese tutu me kapa bra na bra be file forms for just 100 Ghana cedis help ye chwa kwan ya waskwa ye niti ya mass na edi inshenim open here inquiries abetimi afresi company for 0550623377 and I said 0557036109 where 3 month intensive practicals ane ya sha se January aye so March na wajo certificate be attachment no internship enso de Kumasi online media school company for mankasa ebe pe baby ede ama bronye wudi usike na ujai 100 Ghana cedis per ede aba betonim die en China Jenu wedi ye wie no amafu I resume ejima no obi aso aye hye obi edi ni bronya no o sole anopa no wakwa kobudua de abedira fie ni ba bechu se me patch of 100 Ghana cedis per ebra na febetonim die saso na we program bia now here one our camera ni efe asem we de bia am kase mi nja kan dai sanse Kumasi online TV de yeah cameras ni de ni efe ye papa de o sha bia mitike ya misi mi nya makeup de bia me ka ye camera na ja adom bia so so na mama ye kama sa na nti program a wo ye imagine say makeup e da so ene na chese wo be efe kura sensei freye na ye mecha programs a wo ye na mo be graduation ye si January mu a mo amobe ye mo amobusuafo mo dofuli ade ewuwu ni na no ani yesi January mo ye be ba betwa ade ba kwa efe kwase ye twatwafunu ni na edi go pen drive so de ma ye stream ni live so de mante dachi 9 kojo ho kra na obekwa platform ne so na eda ho no mo de a change mbafo enye ya no fo de ya wo munya twa wo da krope enu anu no wo hu biom ene your pictures ne sabi yera na se wo fie hie enu anu no de bi ye de ye stream ni live wo YouTube ye wi ya say stream ni live wo Facebook inti ende 2016 be ba no kra no wunya call Facebook na wo bo shame na chese wo de a kire wo na no menche bi omo ba be ban so wo na bi no ofiri mu no we fo na be twa ye na videos ni ne sa na ye eno sa no nkola ne to one moment so se ne ye we busuafo bi se ne pa no be ye se we busuan mo be ye se we busuan freya was 0550623377 Missy Bronye mo amo ba be wire me patcho ye mamo discount aya wire de ye na ka me bo me homa de ansan ka Dennis betumi aware this month but ase me piano ama no mo doso to wan hye pa no unity so wire ni pa ba ko wan hye de ye beka ye wo hanum se ya na ye ja ye peje ye na de yakwa akosi ante na ho ye so ye mpende sa wo gidie se ha na de enche bia na December ye akwa Nyankopon be hira na nsa to bi so na yetumi abihira so e de amenti mo ye birthday parties ni ade nyina no e pa cho freye na ye mbetwa emfa mawo Oko PMMC so dia na chese Abrante Pa Manuel one Dennis and a pictures ne videos e shegu ye nyina no omonsa no adwuma no in fact afiwe de omabo adwuma ye papa and then me de ha na ema omumienu no we de we botu anu we abotu ane bronya achede ametumi di ama omo a and I'm the amon enchia kesian so and I'm the mom executive producer CEO papa Mr. Daniel Yebo Nyankopon ensure ye papa ye nim say nya bete ya so day so ye ma obufu kra still da abutentimu ye ni baby akosa so na so ni baby akọ ye ma obufu kra ntumi ndan ye nja ye zo ntumi ndan no nja ti adwuma ne de nyame aduma next ye beye na ya ye ni ye pa se ne abre ni abre bia support ye no ye da se ye pa oba so obetina emu Eddie Entertainment Extra ebesom ye friend Hana ATP atopa and I were to say why they are say ane or any abana me the name Dennis no ane or no any bet name Eddie Entertainment Extra Eddie besom me so ametina dwem Eddie dwumadie ebesom Edina de nana ya se wanyame adum enwumbre ye be hia ewo super Atigya makramo
Amafwe Kumasi Online TV Production yaba ne de ne yaba ye de equipment ekukudam ana ye de aba se eye camera de enam wiem de enam fom de enam ensuom ni nyina ye wo bi e wo honom TV production yabo a hu ye pa se wo ye dwumadie bi ete se wedding eye engagement and sorry ana schools se wo ye seminar bi na pese betwa ko all the social media networks no so e de amaw ye ni ntotonsa na fre eye Kumasi Online TV Production for na yamra na ye dwumadie ne Kama fe a ebo no eda from pa the production so the sound quality video quality ni nyina e wo soro wo pese wo hu ba bia wa ye wo Kumasi eyetia media opposite one ma ana se to nsa ne frɛ wa homa trufo so 0550623377 Kumasi Online TV Production ye demufua e wo Kumasi kodua mu